presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Phil in Puerto Rico. Hey, Phil, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, doing great. Just wanted to thank you guys and the whole crew. Best content on the internet. Really appreciate everything you guys are doing.
We appreciate you growling, prowling with us out here. Phil, how did you find us?
I just typed in live trading in YouTube one morning.
Cool.
I was looking for any type of live trading room. You guys came up, and
awesome.
I know quality when I see it. Well, at least I like to think so. And I mean, you guys are just a dream. I appreciate everything you guys do.
Welcome to the Tiger family. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us.
My pleasure.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. And remember, yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 196, Nasdaq's up 172, S&P's up 31. Gold contract flat, 19.46 an ounce. You got silver down 30 cents, $23.71 an ounce. Light sweet crude off $1.50, $79.50 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note trading down 8 ticks at 114.20. The 30 off 8 at 130.05. And King Dollar. King Dollar's trading up trading up 59 ticks at 101.892. The euro's at 108. The yen is out here at a price point of 129. The British pound is at 123 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, bottom line, folks, they're all finishing up. The composite, the NDX is finishing up its ABC, and I suspect, let's take a look at this. You know, the SPY right now, we're trading at the up 330 at here at 408. We take a look at this intraday here. Yeah, they're going to run this right into the close, man. This is, you can see the pop. See the pop coming in right now? This is on a 10-minute. Yeah, you're at 9 minutes. They're going to run this right into the close. Because what's going to happen is that if we go over to the Qs, you're going to see the Qs should be your benchmark as well as the composite. The reason being, folks, is that they're ABC structures. And the ABC on the Qs is 298.24. And look at it, man. We just hit 298.22, man. I'm telling you, what a trip. And look at this. You got volume behind this move here. So watch this. This is actually a smaller ABC. Let's do this. 297.44. 290. That's a 0.7. That's 298. That's like 299. This thing's going to go up to 299 to close. Pretty cool, man. Now, the composite. Composite's also an ABC structure on the way up. So we have with the composite right now is 11,689. The A to B equals C to D is 11,762. It's going to be easy to get to. You know, bottom line, you're up 176. Now, this is what's going to be really wild, folks. So let's do the S&P first. No, I'm going to stay with this first. The reason being, you can see what just happened here. What happened is that, you know, there's no doubt people should get excited because this is the first time they actually took out the swing point. And I'm talking about going all the way back to September. We tried to get up there once in November, November 15th, then December 1st, and then on the 13th of December. Well, we're taking it out, and you can see that's a good takeout. That being said, bottom line, when you finish an ABC structure up, you do something other than continue higher. Now, there's no doubt what you can have is this, is you get a 1-to-1 ABC structure up, a 1-to-1.382. The kicker is, now here's the kicker. This is what's so cool about this whole deal, folks. Watch this. This is what's amazing. So, inside the NDX 100, right? Lucid is up 47%. Dead cat bounce. We know Tesla is an ABC structure on the way up. That's finishing up, but that's coming off a low. Rivian, the same deal, and Airbnb. Let me look at Airbnb, see if that's the same one. These are the worst stocks in the NDX 100. No, Airbnb is not that bad. Airbnb, that's been off the low. That low there was 81. Right now you're at 116. You get the gist of it, though. Bottom line, you have the equities that have performed the worst going higher. Inside the NDX 100 today, the strength, as I said, is those 4 stocks. The weakness, Intel's down 6.5%, Clack is down 5.5%, O'Reilly Automotive is down 3.8%, and Charter Communications is off 3%. We go into the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. Inside the Dow Industrials, what do we have out here? Okay, so we got American Express putting the juice into the Dow. That's got 115 positive points. Visa, 52. Home Depot, 27. Taken away from it. Chevron, minus 46 points. United Health, minus 24. Travelers, minus 19. Let's get over and take a look at these. Oil market. So Chevron came out with monster numbers, and they sold it down, folks, okay? Pretty amazing. If we take a look at the oil contract out here today, let's see. Let's get the volume here. So you have a failure. The real question is that where's this volume at? Yeah, interesting, man. This is always a tough one when it's like, okay, you have heavier volume, and you broke a little swing in the bottom. You break the top too. The top was 82.64. We got 82.48. The bottom was 79.45, and we hit 79.04. That's telling us that oil is going to go lower. CVX. So let's go take a look at Chevron. Chevron. This is always CVX. So this is one that always gets dicey, which is, I remember, as I bet many people have, when you start trading, it's like, okay, you're making a fortune. How do you get down $7? Well, the bottom line, folks, is that it doesn't matter. They're going to sell it off. They're doing a buyback, and now what's happening is that you failed to get to the high. The high out there was 189. Yesterday, you made it up to 187. You're coming down with volume. That says it's going to go back to the lower end of the consolidation, which is 167. So let's see if they took that's where it gets so whopped that you can make so much money, and guess what? It still didn't matter. So ExxonMobil is backing down 150. That's it. That actually is in a better situation looking at ExxonMobil than Chevron. So it's pretty wild watching this whole thing, how this is going to shake out. But my take, next week what you're going to see is that when you finish the ABC structures, folks, they do something else, but it's going to be the dollar that wants to run. This dollar, the dollar intraday out here was strong for all of like 20, 30 minutes. But the bottom line, you can see what ended up happening. So I suspect somehow, some way that dollar's gonna make the run. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials up 167. Nasdaq up 157. S&P's up 26. We'll come right back.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kakestat's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kakestat breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the market's open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien, Best of the Hewley. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 169, Nasdaq's up 154, S&Ps are up 26. So, we're going to do some painting.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what's going on there, huh?
Well, look at this, baby, okay? If we take a look at Sherwin-Williams, folks, okay, and we start talking about where this economy is and what's happening, this was a big number. So Sherwin-Williams came out with the numbers yesterday, folks, okay? So technically, when we take a look at this, you can see how this is set up, okay? So the bottom line is that it closed on Wednesday at 247, opened the following day at 220, trades down to 219. Now, we take a look at this, we just put this on a monthly. This very could be a monster ABC down, folks, okay? The bottom line, you know, the high that was generated out here was 354. You came down to 195. We popped, but when we went back up, you only did 24 million shares on the way up, and now we're already at 29 million on the way down. So that B point, which is going to be that 195, is going to be crucial.
It's a big drop, huh?
It's a big drop. Now look at this drop, though. This is so that's technically, fundamentally, you got to see this thing. I was looking at this earlier, and it's like, man, are you kidding me? Now watch what happens. This is how slick, you know, public companies now are pushing out how they want to
be perceived.
Yeah, exactly, right. So the top part of this doesn't look bad, okay? Well, it's not great. So the year forecast, folks, went from making $10.18 to making $7.95 to $8.65, okay? That's not the end of the world. It's still pretty good, right? Now, watch when you break this out, though. This is where this gets interesting, okay? So now the fourth quarter profits. Now, watch this, how this goes. They had an estimate of $1.86. They made $1.34, okay? The net sales actually went up 9.8%, okay?
Yeah.
But watch this. There's something in here that is really insane. So you got the American group net sales also went up 16% year over year, right? Then you get the consumer brands group. Their net sales went down 2.4% year over year. The coatings group. Now, coatings, folks, is really cool. I was actually going to do a whole deal. I do these 3D epoxy floors that are insane. And I was really going to get into the business of making this, so I went down that rabbit hole in a big way. So the coatings business is a monster business. Well, you've seen the floors, man, right? Do you know what I mean? And make a long story short, okay, the estimate was $1.58, 1.58 billion. They did 1.6. What happens with these coatings, folks? All the big warehouses. Well, I do them as a residential, as a 3D deal, but what happens with the coating? Every big operation on top of cement, these things are so hard they can take a huge beating.
Yeah.
So all these big warehouses that's where they're making all that money. Okay, so then now watch this one. American group profit, that was up 32% year over year. Now, here's the one. And it's amazing that they tucked this away. They had expected to make a profit of $49.1 million in the consumer brands. That's the retail.
Yeah.
They made $2 million.
Wow.
$2.4 million instead of $49.1 million.
That's insane.
It's crazy, man.
So they're losing a lot of money somewhere, huh?
Well, exactly. Because picture when you massage those numbers, right? It's like, okay, all those numbers weren't bad.
Yeah.
Why is the profit instead of the 49 only 2?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What that is, I suspect what that is, we'll see it next quarter, folks. What happens is that when you come off the rails, which, these companies, if you pull them back 5 years, they're still doing much better than that. But when you come off the rails and you go down that fast, you have to hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to get rid of people. There's a million things they got to do. So
probably overhire like all these other
like
companies.
the other ones, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So what we're going to do, folks, we got to go back to the rabbit story because Bestford's got good news for us.
Oh, man, that's finally done.
That's finally done.
And it was a grind all the way to last night.
Right to the end.
Yeah.
So Bestford sent me a picture, folks, because you do a walkthrough, right? There they are. There's the rabbits. Look at that.
Rabbits again.
I love it. So what happens, folks, you're doing a walkthrough before the close. So Bestford sends me a picture of the rabbits inside the cage, man. I'm telling you.
Those were pretty big rabbits.
They were big rabbits.
I didn't realize how big they get.
They're good-sized rabbits, right?
Yes.
So how long did that take for you between... This is really unusual, but you got to hear this.
Yeah, this is what we got under contract on November 18th.
November 18th.
So it's been over 2 months.
Right. Wow.
And it was just a grind all the way to the end.
Right.
And almost didn't even make it.
Right.
Because the survey wasn't where it should have been.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the seller called the power company.
Yeah.
To turn off his power, right? Because that's not his house anymore.
Right.
But the buyers forgot to switch it over. so they called me last night, like, hey, we have no power. I was like, yeah, but...
Oh, my God. And so what happens here, folks, is this. Make sure that you get a good real estate agent, because the real estate agent should have told on their side that, hey, man, put your name in the power, and all that stuff,
and
right?
Usually we give them about a day in advance, right, if something happens. But this one just kept getting pushed, and it just didn't happen right.
That is something else, man. I'm telling you.
I'm glad that's over. Yeah.
You're definitely glad that's over.
Well,
so what else has been happening in the business?
It just seems like everything's kind of picking back up.
Right.
There's a lot more action. People are starting to call again. They're looking at buying properties and investing and flipping. So.
Wow, we'll see where it shakes out. Let's go to our man Jose in Lakeland. Jose, what's going on, brother?
Good afternoon, gents. Code red. Do any of you guys have any classified documents? We need to get those in secured cardboard boxes.
The next thing that they're going to have to do, folks, forget it. The archives went out to all the presidents last night, evidently, and said, hey, man, you better go check about documents. What they really better do is go check about all the people that work for them in the White House, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm sure that's right. They're in garages all across the country, man.
Unbelievable. I mean, at least put a lid on them.
Right.
I kept baseball cards in cardboard boxes back in the 70s. I would think they'd be in a secure server in the Pentagon.
I still have baseball cards in my garage.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom. I got a question on lumber futures.
Yes.
Well, actually, I have a Fed question. Would this be accurate to say that the Federal Reserve needed inflation in this country because the Fed fund rate being between 0 and 2.5%, they could not go negative on them because of the amount of QEs done, liquidity in the market, amount of money floating out there. They need inflation, bringing rates higher, so now they have the room to go back and push them back.
There's no doubt about that. That's how they work. Right. Because they work in the context that, okay, like they think QE is over. My take is that QE is never going to be over. You know what I'm saying? Jose, just stay right there. We'll have a quick break. We'll come right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 149, Nasdaq up 158, S&P's up 25. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 164. Nasdaq's up 167. S&P's are up 28. We're talking about Jose from Lakeland. We're talking about kind of how Fed likes to move. Yeah, Jose, so, it seems, you and I and, any investors that have been out here since like 1980, we've been in a total QE.
Yeah.
Now the difference in the 80s, folks, they didn't call it QE, but the bottom line is that there was always a Greenspan put. There was always some kind of a put, right? So, I think the way this is going to shake out is that they're going to go up in rates until they crush inflation, put us in a recession, and then it rewinds again, man. So it's all about staying power, right? Then the rates come back down.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I agree 100%. I got a question on lumber futures. This is fascinating to me. Would it be accurate to say that a 2x4, when lumber was at the high, was around $13 and it's $4 now? Would that be accurate?
I'd have to ask Angela.
And the same,
I have a great assistant.
The same with half-inch CDX or OSB sheathing. I heard that was around $80, and we're looking at $26 now.
You know, I don't have those numbers at the top of my head. I don't.
Okay, no big deal. My point was this. If home builders are not excited in building homes, the mills aren't going to produce, correct?
They laid them off pretty quick. That's correct. Right.
Okay, so the mills out there are not happy with these low levels, however they measure it, the 420
That's
per
for sure.
thousand.
What ends up happening with mills, right? So picture how this goes, folks, okay? Because this is a kind of a cool business, because I was looking at one point to make a small mill, actually. So what happens is this, is that they are predicated absolutely on the prices of lumber, okay? So that's their business, right? So they're buying the bigger logs before they come in. If those prices go down so dramatically and you get stuck with inventory, you're really history, man. You know what I mean? If you think that, okay, I want to go ahead 6 months, mills can't go ahead by 6 months. Mills basically, 3 to 4 weeks, and they, so they bring them in. Now they can stop immediately, which is pretty cool because it's a variable, which you don't have a lot of variables in other businesses. You know what I mean? They can say, okay, man, I got to shut it down, and because we're not making any money and I'm going to lose money.
Yeah.
So, you do see as the big builders build less, which we know the numbers are dramatically less, okay? They come out with the numbers, folks. They're big numbers. Now, what does happen is this. Now, this is where it's going to get really intriguing. Because my take is that the real blunt of this whole thing is like 6 months away.
Yeah.
Because then the reality happens. So if we look at the builders' numbers, they've gone down. I mean, it was supposed to be 2,000 homes Beezer did, and they did 7,500, right? Okay, it's like it was 2,200 to 7,500. That's like insane.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, though, they got to finish the houses that they're already starting. It's going to be, that's why it's a lag. So
yes,
the lag's going to be important, man, and then the lag, what happens with the lag is that then they have to lay the subs off, okay? As I said last week, that I just started another build. I have 3 of them going right now, like in about a block and a half. And the last build I just started, that's going to be the quickest house I think I've ever built.
Yeah.
And what it is, the subs, folks, I've used the same subs for 9 years. The difference is, instead of sending 2 guys, they're sending 4. Instead of sending 3 plumbers, they're sending 5.
Yeah.
Because they're not busy.
Yeah.
Where before, they'd always take care of me, but I would never get, 5 plumbers in the house at the same time or 3 electricians. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can get things done so quick there, because what happens, folks, is that the shell's easy, then you got to put everything else in. But I'm almost ready to wallboard, and I only started 10 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was quick.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Right. So, we'll see where it takes up.
Drywall is, everything is moving quick, really quick with these houses getting finished.
Right. And once you get the drywall up, you're all set. I mean, that means that your mechanicals are in. The plumbing, the lighting, electricity, the air conditioning, everything's there. And then, so it's going to be intriguing, man. Hey, listen, I'm hoping, and I'm totally wrong. I mean, because Basil and I talk about this all the time. Because what has happened, his phone's ringing. Our attorney, when I was there, I was doing a closing, Monday, she told me flat out, she had 6 closings Monday, and she was in shock herself.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that the phones are ringing and people are coming out and looking now. I'm just talking specifically with lumber futures. Boise Cascade, Weyerhaeuser. I think that's going to be. I think lumber is going to skyrocket when things look like they're just starting to come back here. But
No. That's not a but. I think you're absolutely right. Bestfit and I, we've been looking. I mean, because look at Weyerhaeuser. Okay, so Weyerhaeuser actually bottomed 4 months ago, and so did at 27. So it's like, if you get this thing even close to being right, I would say that's the name of the game, because we know that the shortage in housing is insane. The rents are insane. So sitting here, I'm being conservative right now, and it's driving me up a wall, actually. But I'm going to, because it's like, okay, I'm still going to wait this out a bit before I really go in, too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow, this is interesting. The comment you made about homes getting done really fast because the trades are showing up to get things done quick.
That's right. And if you ask them, this is what ends up happening, right? No one will tell me they're slowing down.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's in the pudding, man. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's a cut and dry deal, okay? They're coming in, they're getting it done, and it's like, okay, we all know how that goes, man. I mean, you got to keep your people busy because payrolls are the biggest part of every business.
Yeah.
Let's just take it to cleaners. So.
Interesting. Fellas, great show. My doorbell's ringing. UPS is delivering my brand new Hoover vacuum cleaner. I can't wait to plug it in.
I start selling them right on that street, Jose.
Yeah.
Have a good one, man.
Thank you, man.
Thanks. Yeah, so it's
Well, what's interesting about the rental market, too.
Yes.
There's a lot more rentals out there. Way more than in the last 2-3 years.
Right.
So these rents are going to come down a little bit as well.
And that'll be shocking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a whole different ballgame. And what does happen, folks, okay, if you're the way that pullbacks happen, folks, okay, if you're looking for anything to buy, right, this is what normally happens in a pullback. The Class A properties are the best properties, go down the least amount.
Yeah.
The B and C properties, they go down quite a bit. I would suggest that if you're looking for something, still buy the best that you can buy. Because what ends up happening on every one of these, it's almost like, a stock, that either stock goes up, but then when it gets destroyed, that's it. What happens in the B and C properties, they never come back as much as you think they're going to come back. Where the A properties come back in a second.
Yeah, they come way quicker.
They come back way quicker. And the rents, it's more stable. All of the above actually happens. And yes, you're going to pay a little bit more money for them. But if you plan on holding these 10, 20, 30 years or something, the bottom line, that's where you want to be. Because that's where they'll pay for them. That's where you're going to go more money at the bank. That's where you're going to be more secure. I mean, it's one of those deals, so... Stay right there, folks. Bess and I are coming right back. We have the Dow. Dow Industrials right now up 162. NASDAQ up 169. S&P's up 28. We'll come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now trading up 147. NASDAQ is up 169. S&P's up 27. We're going to look at Schlumberger, but what I want to do first is that I want to go to Chevron, because I started the show off with this. Now, Chevron came out with their numbers today. Now you're going to love this. And what this is about is that how deviant markets are.
Yeah.
Okay, so watch this for a second. This is amazing, folks, okay? This one here is no doubt amazing, okay? So the headlines is Chevron falls on profit disappointment after huge buyback. Well, look at this. If this is a profit disappointment, man, I'm telling you, this is amazing. So Chevron posted disappointing fourth quarter results days after surprising investors with a mammoth 75 billion share back program. Fourth quarter adjusted profit was $4.09 a share. So it was 18 cents shy of what they thought they could do. Now watch this though. This is where, you know, there's a whole different language inside markets, folks, that, you know, you have to be in them to really understand them. So they're saying that the bottom line is that 56.5 billion is not enough money. And the reason they're saying that, you see what they did, 66 billion last and 68 the quarter before?
Yeah.
But that's because the price of oil also has come down. But the bottom line is that it's about as deviant as you can get.
Okay. So the profits were there.
The profits are there. But the market always wants more. The market is a monster that continually saying, okay, yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. What are you doing for me right now? That's what I want to know. So if we take a look at Schlumberger, so Schlumberger, the low's 30, the high's 62. This is trading 57. You're still in a consolidation. You know, we went to a higher high with light volume today. I mean, you know, if it holds, 56.04, that's the higher range. You know, if it doesn't hold that, you're going to get down into this $46 pretty quick. That's how that kind of shakes out. We had a couple questions about, we were just talking about the A properties, B properties, C properties. Specifically what it is, folks, is this, is that, and I'm going to use St. Pete as, or I can use Boston. I can use both of them. You know what I mean? I can use Nashville, New Hampshire, too, because I've been in a lot of those. But what it is that when you get in a pullback coming, so we should talk about like multis. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. This would be multi, singles, and everything. But what ends up happening is this: the better spots, number one, are better. How people take care of a house, right?
Yep.
Has to do with it. Well, the better spots is the big thing, because we can use exactly what you're trying to rent right now versus Palmetto Park.
Yeah.
Right. So picture this. Where I build is really downtown now.
Yeah.
Okay, so between 22nd and 28th, that's, you know, Tiger Construction Playground, okay? And it's downtown. Now, 6 months ago, even 4 months ago, 4 months ago, you could get as much as I'm getting.
Yeah.
In a second, too. I mean, in a second. Now, Basil is renting these for other clients, okay? And then next to a hospital, and it was strong like bull, man, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even believe what you were getting, right?
Yeah, I was getting more, yeah.
Yeah, you were, right?
And so now it's not going that way.
No, that changed.
It's not going that way.
That changed.
Yeah, so
and
kind of
in Palmetto Park, what ended up happening? Last one I put up was gone in what?
An hour.
Yeah, an hour was gone, and it was at a hefty price.
Yeah.
Well, it was at the price of the market downtown.
Yeah.
Where you're really downtown too. It's just off a couple streets, and the neighborhood's not as cool, right?
And the property's not as good.
Right. So that's what happens. Now, watch the next iteration of how this goes. Depending what city you're in, right? Land value goes down more than anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're looking for a longer-term score, if we really get hit, you want to buy land.
Yeah.
Now, that's if you have a longer-term horizon also. I mean, because I had a huge horizon, right?
Yeah.
That's the reality. Because what happens there is that, let's say if a lot is $100,000, right? That lot will be down to 50, like in a heartbeat. Because two different things end up happening. Well, it's not 50 now. 100 would be like 75 now, right? If the next few falls off, it'll be 50 to 45.
Yep.
Because of the fact you're generating no income, you have to take care of it.
Yep.
And in Florida, taking care of it, I used to spend a fortune when I had all these lots. I mean, I'd have to spend, I don't know, I spend like $3,700, $4,500 a month.
Yeah.
Just mowing the lots, right? Never mind people putting garbage on them. So what ends up happening is that that's a big score. And it'll take longer. What happens, so let's say that we start going back up. So first you get down.
Yeah.
You start going back up. How homes are the multis that are in the best places are going to go up quicker. You can rent them quicker. Next would be the B's and C's, would be St. Anthony's. That goes up. Last, folks, is land. That's how that also goes. Last is land. The difference is that you can double your money on land.
Yeah.
Because what ends up happening is that when developers want it, they'll build it, and, you know, they get it. Yeah, and as, you know, it's location. But it's also the quality of the property.
Quality of the product,
right.
Yeah. So
right.
that's huge, too.
Right. So for you folks up in, so check this out. This is a trip. There's an investor right now in Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. He's invested, I think it had, I mean, it's in the Wall Street Journal today, folks, okay? It's like millions, but he only ended up owning like 12 or 13 places.
Yeah.
And what that's all about, and this is so cool, man, because if you can do something like this, listen, there's only one Martha's Vineyard, there's only one Nantucket, and that's what he's saying, and he's buying the biggest houses he can get. He's renting them at $50,000 to $75,000 a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, that's a great play, you know, because the bottom line is that he has enough money that what are you going to do with cash? Well, you're going to do nothing with cash because, you know, but when you get locations like that, well, that's a whole different ballgame because, you know.
Well, it's like that property that's going up on auction in Bel Air, California.
Yes.
260 acres.
That's going to be sick.
Yeah, I wonder what that's going to go for.
Yeah. Billions and billions and billions, right? No, I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
That's it. There's no more land there.
There isn't. So this is going to get interesting. Let's look at this market for a second because we almost, let me see where the NDX, the ABC structure in the NDX was 11,000. Okay, so here, 11,762. We had 11,691, and you're backing off. The Qs, we take a look at the Qs. That was 298.24. And we got it. Look at this. We got it. 298.26. Okay? Now, this is where it's going to get insane, folks, because if this, let me do this number now. This is going to get wild, because if this actually fails to hold the swing today, that would be saying that Monday's going to come faster than I think, meaning a downdraft. So now the Qs have to hold 296.87. And let me go to the Qs. I mean, the NDX 100. So this is going to be interesting. So when you get a failure on price and volume, what it means is that we got over a swing point, which is the last high.
Yeah.
You have lighter volume, and you close under the swing. And inside the context of the NDX, yeah, you get sellers, man. That's it. That sell came off. So in the NDX, we can go back to 11,000. 193 in a heartbeat. That's another 70 points down.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Hang on, folks. Come right back.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's up 33, NASDAQ up 116, S&P's up 11.5. I'll tell you, man, you know, we were just talking about where the Q's got to go to failure on price and volume, folks, and they went there like in a heartbeat, man. So this is going to be so intriguing coming back next week. You know, we came off the high, so the ABC structure up was 298.24. That's right to the penny, right? We got 298.26. Then what you do, you get a look at the swing that's taking it out, because the bottom line is spike the swing. The swing, the top of the swing is 296.87. Well, guess what? We're at 296.64.
Wow.
So you get over it, you're going to close underneath it, you're going to have about 55 million shares versus 80 million shares. So that's bottom line saying next week, I suspect what we're going to see here is the aspect of the dollar somehow is going to try to get a bounce. If we do look at the NDX 100, which we know when we started the beginning of the program, the juice inside the NDX 100, folks, are all the dead cat bounces. You know, you got Lucent up 41%. And what this is all about, best fit, is that the Saudis are looking, they own a piece of Lucid, but you can see the stock. The stock has been in the tank like for so long, it's insane. But the Saudis are looking at, well, the rumor is. So this equity went from $58 down to $4. $4? No, $6. You know, so that's what's moving the NASDAQ out here today. And Rivian, RIV, where's Rivian? Yeah, so Rivian, that's up 15%, whatever it's up. You can see the same thing, dog. So when you get the dog stocks going up, that goes into the indice, but it makes a difference. It's not like strength that's going into the indice.
Let's see. Yeah, looks like the Saudis, they just moved the whole market up.
Yeah, they did. Look at this. Let the weekend begin.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Pretty much there.
Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great weekend, folks. Have a safe weekend. Come back and visit Tommy Monday morning. Hey, if you haven't been in the Tigers Den, man, get in the Tigers Den. It's freaking amazing. Look at him.